Just 3 minutes left. Archangel Michael is holding a $1 trillion, 1 trillion, miracle check with your name written in heaven. This is your only chance to see it. Open fast, asterisk asterisk, don't scroll, listen to this, because if you stopped right here, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. Take a slow breath and stay, because what's being shown to you is not about money the way the world understands it, it's about overflow the way heaven releases it, and Archangel Michael is stepping forward in this moment with urgency wrapped in love because timing matters when alignment is close. Listen to this. You've been feeling a quiet pressure lately, like something big is hovering just outside your reach, not heavy, not fearful, just present, like a door you can sense but haven't touched yet, and your heart needs this right now because that feeling wasn't imagination, it was anticipation. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says that the check he's holding is not paper, it's permission. Permission to receive after a long season of giving, permission to expand after surviving, permission to believe that the unseen effort, the patience, the tears you never explained, the nights you kept going anyway, were all counted. Listen to this. This message is for you because you've been asking quietly if consistency still matters when no one is applauding, and heaven answers consistency with multiplication. Don't scroll. You were never overlooked, you were being prepared. Listen to this. The urgency you feel is not pressure to panic, it's an invitation to open your hands. You've lived too long braced for disappointment, tightening your grip, telling yourself not to hope too much, not to expect too much, and your heart needs this right now because abundance cannot land in clenched fists. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says the miracle is already authorized. The delay you felt was alignment catching up to your readiness. Listen to this. You've been seeing signs everywhere, even when you tried to ignore them, angel numbers repeating at exact moments when doubt crept in. 11:11 when you wondered if you were still on the right path. 2:22 when balance felt possible but far away. 4:44 when you were tired yet somehow protected. These were not coincidences, they were confirmations that your season is shifting from holding on to opening up. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you're stepping out of survival and into stewardship, stewardship of peace, of purpose, of provision. Listen to this. Stewardship doesn't mean hoarding, it means trusting the flow. Your spiritual awakening has sharpened your awareness, which is why old scarcity stories feel louder right before they dissolve. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael is reminding you that heaven's math is different. What you release multiplies, what you receive expands when gratitude anchors it. Listen to this. This moment also touches love and soul alignment. A soulmate-level connection, romantic, purposeful, or divinely guided, aligns with you when your nervous system feels safe enough to receive goodness without fear. Don't scroll. This message is for you because abundance and love share the same doorway, worthiness. You do not have to earn what is meant for you by exhausting yourself. Love that's aligned will not drain you or confuse you, it will partner with your peace and multiply it. Listen to this. You've confused intensity with destiny before, this chapter teaches you recognition. Don't scroll. Recognition feels calm. It feels mutual. It feels like exhaling. Listen to this. Archangel Michael says the miracle check carries provision beyond finances. Clarity where there was confusion, support where you felt alone, opportunity where doors seemed closed, restoration where you thought you missed your chance. Your heart needs this right now because you've been afraid that wanting more made you ungrateful. It doesn't. Wanting more alignment honors what you've already survived. Don't scroll. The invitation is now because the choice is internal: trust over doubt, gratitude over fear, presence over panic. Listen to this. You are not being asked to rush, chase, or prove anything. You are being asked to receive. Receive clarity. Receive opportunity. Receive peace. Don't scroll. There may be a moment right after this where your mind tries to downplay what you felt, tries to rationalize the warmth, the calm, the sense of, "This is for me." Gently let that pass. Your body recognized truth before your thoughts caught up. Listen to this. Watch how life responds when you soften your grip. Doors opening without force, help arriving without begging, conversations aligning without effort. Don't scroll. This is not the end of the message, it's the opening of a season. And because you stayed, because you listened, alignment moves with you now. Stay present. The next minutes will matter more than you think. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you stayed for part 2, this message is even more for you, and your heart needs this right now. This is where the meaning of that miracle check becomes clear, not as fantasy, not as hype, but as a divinely timed release that touches every area of your life at once. Listen to this. Archangel Michael says the reason the moment felt urgent is not because the miracle disappears if you blink, but because your readiness has finally matched the blessing. For a long time, you were asking for change while still bracing for loss, praying for overflow while expecting disappointment, hoping for love while guarding your heart behind old scars. Don't scroll. This message is for you because heaven responds to posture, and your posture just shifted from survival to openness. Listen to this. That 1 trillion is not a number meant to impress, it's a symbol of completion, of fullness, of more than enough in every dimension. It represents provision where you felt limited, opportunity where you felt stuck, restoration where you felt depleted. Your heart needs this right now because you've been measuring abundance with yesterday's wounds instead of today's capacity. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says the miracle check clears when you accept that you are allowed to receive without apology. That permission is the real breakthrough. Listen to this. You've been faithful in unseen ways. Choosing integrity when shortcuts tempted you, choosing kindness when bitterness felt justified, choosing patience when quitting would have been easier. Heaven saw it all. Don't scroll. This message is for you because faithfulness compounds quietly, and what compounds quietly multiplies suddenly. Listen to this. You've noticed the signs intensifying not to rush you, but to reassure you. Angel numbers didn't chase you, they accompanied you. 11. 11 appeared when you were questioning identity, reminding you alignment starts within. 222 surfaced when balance felt fragile, reminding you harmony is possible without self-sacrifice. 444 showed up when you were tired, reminding you protection doesn't require you to push. Your heart needs this right now because you're learning to trust support without suspicion. Don't scroll. The miracle also reaches into love and soul alignment. A soulmate-level connection does not drain your energy or keep you guessing. It meets you with consistency, clarity, and mutual effort. Listen to this. When abundance aligns, love aligns too, not louder, not more dramatic, but more real. It feels like safety. It feels like recognition. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you've mistaken intensity for destiny before, and this season teaches you that destiny feels calm. Listen to this. Your spiritual awakening has refined your discernment, which is why old scarcity thoughts feel louder right before they dissolve. Scarcity is loud because it's leaving. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says abundance doesn't arrive by force, it arrives by agreement. Agreement with yourself that you no longer need to prove worth through exhaustion. Agreement that peace is a prerequisite, not a reward. Your heart needs this right now because agreement unlocks flow. Don't scroll. There may be a moment after this where your mind tries to negotiate. What if it doesn't happen? What if I'm wrong? Gently notice those thoughts and let them pass. Those are echoes of old seasons, not forecasts of what's coming. Listen to this. Your body already recognized truth, that warmth, that steadiness, that sense of, this fits. Don't scroll. Watch how life responds when you stay open. A conversation that brings clarity, an opportunity that arrives without pressure, support that shows up without begging. These are deposits of the same miracle, arriving in forms you can receive. Your heart needs this right now because miracles rarely arrive as one event, they arrive as alignment unfolding. Don't scroll. This part matters because it teaches you how to hold what's coming. Gratitude anchors it. Presence sustains it. Trust allows it to grow. Listen to this. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time for a season that rewards honesty, steadiness, and self-respect. Don't scroll. This isn't the end, it's momentum building. Stay present. What comes next will show you how the miracle expands when you keep your hands open and your heart grounded. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here at part 3, this message is absolutely for you, and your heart needs this right now. This is the moment Archangel Michael wanted you to sit with, because the miracle he showed you isn't something that drops into your life by accident. It unfolds because you finally learned how to receive without fear. Listen to this. You've been carrying an old belief that if something good arrives too easily, it must be temporary or unsafe, and that belief was built in seasons where survival taught you to brace instead of trust. Don't scroll. This message is for you because that belief is dissolving right now. Archangel Michael says the miracle check is not about sudden riches falling from the sky, it's about access to opportunities that fit you, support that meets you, clarity that stays, and provision that doesn't require you to abandon your peace. Listen to this. You've been walking with one foot on the brake for a long time, telling yourself to be realistic, to lower expectations, to stay small so disappointment hurts less, and your heart needs this right now because staying small was protection then, but it limits you now. Don't scroll. This is where the shift happens. The miracle expands when you stop negotiating with scarcity inside your own thoughts. Listen to this. You've noticed that when you imagine receiving more stability, more love, more opportunity, a voice tries to interrupt with, "But what if?" and that voice is not intuition, it's memory. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says memory doesn't get to write your future. Alignment does. Listen to this. The signs you've been seeing continue to appear because your awareness is expanding. Angel numbers didn't disappear, they matured. 1111 feels like a nod instead of a request. 222 feels like balance settling instead of waiting. 44 feels like protection you no longer question. These signs aren't trying to convince you anymore, they're confirming what you already know. Your heart needs this right now because certainty is replacing anxiety. Don't scroll. This miracle also touches love and soul alignment in a deeper way than you expected. When you receive abundance internally, you stop attracting relationships built on lack. You stop settling for crumbs of attention. You stop confusing intensity with destiny. Listen to this. The soulmate level connection aligning with you recognizes your steadiness as attractive, your boundaries as inviting, your presence as enough. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you once believed you had to earn love by overgiving, and this season teaches you that mutuality is the new standard. Listen to this. Archangel Michael says the miracle grows when you let yourself be seen without performance. You don't need to explain your worth. You don't need to prove your resilience. You don't need to convince aligned people to stay. Your heart needs this right now because rest is becoming productive in your life. Rest restores clarity, clarity invites opportunity. Don't scroll. You may notice after this that your pace naturally slows without guilt, that you say no more easily, that you stop chasing validation that once felt necessary. That's not loss of ambition. That's alignment protecting your energy so it can be used where it multiplies. Listen to this. Multiplication doesn't come from effort alone, it comes from direction. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael also wants you to understand that abundance arrives in layers. It may start as a conversation that shifts perspective, a connection that opens a door, a decision that removes friction. These are deposits. Your heart needs this right now because you've been waiting for one dramatic moment when miracles often arrive as steady alignment. Don't scroll. There may be moments where impatience tries to creep in. Why not now? Why not more? Gently notice that and return to gratitude. Gratitude doesn't slow miracles, it stabilizes them. Listen to this. You are learning how to hold more without gripping, how to receive without fear, how to expand without losing yourself. That is rare. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says the miracle check clears when your nervous system believes it's safe to receive, and safety comes from consistency, choosing peace daily, honoring boundaries, trusting intuition. Your heart needs this right now because safety is the soil abundance grows in. Don't scroll. Soon, you will notice tangible shifts, smoother conversations, aligned opportunities, resources meeting needs without strain. When that happens, resist the urge to minimize it. Receive it fully. Celebration anchors expansion. Listen to this. You are not tempting fate by believing good things can stay, you are cooperating with alignment. Don't scroll. This part exists because the miracle doesn't end with awareness, it continues with embodiment. Embodying trust. Embodying worthiness. Embodying openness. And as you embody it, life mirrors it back. Stay present. What comes next builds on what you are becoming right now, and the more gently you hold it, the more it grows. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here at part 4, this message is undeniably for you, and your heart needs this right now. This is where Archangel Michael wanted the message to slow down and sink in, because the miracle he showed you doesn't rush you forward, it stabilizes you where you stand so you can receive without fear and without sabotaging what's meant to stay. Listen to this. You've been taught, consciously or not, that good things arrive with a catch, that ease precedes loss, that expansion requires sacrifice, and those beliefs were learned in seasons where survival was necessary. Don't scroll. This message is for you because survival taught you how to endure, but alignment teaches you how to receive. Archangel Michael says the miracle check is not a test of faith, it's a reflection of readiness. Readiness to hold more without overthinking, to accept support without suspicion, to allow goodness to arrive without tightening your grip. Listen to this. You've noticed your reactions changing lately. You don't spiral the way you used to, you pause before responding, you sense when something is off and you honor it faster. That's not coincidence, that's integration. Your heart needs this right now because integration is the bridge between promise and fulfillment. Don't scroll. When Michael looked ahead, he saw you no longer arguing with yourself about what you deserve. He saw decisions becoming simpler, not because life got smaller, but because clarity got stronger. Listen to this. Clarity doesn't shout, it steadies. And steadiness is what allows miracles to land gently instead of crashing in and out. Don't scroll. This miracle also reshapes how you experience love. You are no longer attracted to chaos dressed up as passion. You no longer chase reassurance or decode mixed signals. You feel drawn to consistency, presence, and honesty, and that shift changes who is drawn to you. Listen to this. The soulmate-level connection aligned with this season doesn't overwhelm your nervous system, it soothes it. It doesn't ask you to prove yourself, it recognizes you. Your heart needs this right now because you once believed love required vigilance, and this chapter teaches you love can feel like safety. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says abundance and love follow the same principle. They grow where there is room to breathe. That's why space has been opening in your life, not emptiness, but margin. Margin for rest. Margin for reflection. Margin for receiving without panic. Listen to this. You've been seeing signs continue, but they land differently now. Angel numbers feel like companions rather than alarms. 1111 feels like alignment humming steadily. 222 feels like balance settling into place. 44 feels like protection you don't question anymore. These signs aren't asking you to act, they're affirming how you're being. Your heart needs this right now because being aligned sustains what action initiates. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael also wants you to know that the miracle is layered, and layers require patience without doubt. You may receive clarity before cash, support before success, connection before culmination. These are not delays, they are foundations. Listen to this. A house built fast collapses, a life built steady lasts. Don't scroll. There may be moments where impatience whispers, where comparison creeps in, where you wonder why others seem to receive faster. When that happens, return to your body. Notice your breath. Notice the calm. That calm is evidence that something different is happening for you, something sustainable. Your heart needs this right now because sustainability is the real miracle. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael saw that once you stopped forcing outcomes began to meet you halfway. Opportunities arrive with less friction. Conversations open doors. Resources align with needs. These are not accidents, they are responses to your steadiness. Listen to this. You are learning how to steward abundance, not just receive it. Stewardship looks like gratitude, discernment, and boundaries. Don't scroll. Boundaries don't block miracles, they protect them. You no longer say yes to everything. You choose what aligns. And alignment multiplies what you touch. Your heart needs this right now because discernment is prosperity's closest ally. Don't scroll. You may feel a subtle confidence growing, not loud, not performative, but grounded. That confidence comes from trusting yourself to handle what's coming. Listen to this. You don't need to know every detail of how the miracle unfolds. You need to know you can meet it without losing yourself. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says this is the season where your inner world finally matches your prayers. Peace precedes provision. Clarity precedes opportunity. Safety precedes intimacy. And because you honored these in order, the miracle can stay. Your heart needs this right now because staying power is what you prayed for, even when you asked for speed. Don't scroll. Soon, you will notice tangible confirmations. A yes that comes easily, a resource that meets a need, a connection that feels mutual. When it happens, resist the urge to minimize it. Celebrate it. Celebration tells the nervous system it's safe to have more. Listen to this. You are not jinxing anything by trusting. You are cooperating with alignment. Don't scroll. This part exists because the miracle doesn't peak and vanish, it unfolds and deepens. And the more present you remain, the more it integrates into your everyday life. Stay here. What comes next shows you how to let the miracle grow roots, not just wings. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here at part 5, this message is absolutely for you, and your heart needs this right now. This is the part Archangel Michael wanted to reveal once your spirit felt steady enough to hold it, because the miracle he placed before you isn't meant to spike your hope and vanish, it's meant to root into your life and grow. Listen to this. You've reached the moment where belief turns into embodiment, where knowing becomes living, and where the blessing stops feeling distant and starts feeling present. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you've already crossed the hardest threshold, you stopped arguing with your worth. For a long time, you carried the idea that abundance had to be justified, that love had to be earned through effort, that stability was something other people were allowed to have. Listen to this. That belief loosened its grip the moment you stayed, the moment you breathed, the moment you let yourself feel calm without immediately questioning it. Your heart needs this right now because calm is not complacency, it's readiness. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says the miracle check becomes active when you allow yourself to receive without trying to control the outcome. Control was your protection when life felt unpredictable. Now, trust is your protection because your inner world is stable enough to hold more. Listen to this. You've noticed how your reactions have softened, you don't jump to conclusions as fast, you don't chase clarity with urgency, you don't cling to what doesn't return your energy. That's not you becoming passive, that's you becoming sovereign. Your heart needs this right now because sovereignty attracts abundance that stays. Don't scroll. This miracle also reshapes your relationship with time. You're no longer racing to arrive, you're learning to arrive where you are. When you stop rushing, opportunities stop hiding. When you stop chasing, alignment steps forward. Listen to this. Archangel Michael saw that once you slowed internally, the right doors began opening externally, not with force, but with ease. Ease is not laziness, it's precision. Don't scroll. The signs you've been seeing still show up, but they feel like companions now. Angel numbers arrive like gentle affirmations rather than alarms. 1111 feels like alignment humming beneath your choices. 222 feels like balance holding steady without effort. 444 feels like protection that no longer needs explanation. These signs are not asking you to do more, they're confirming who you are being. Your heart needs this right now because being aligned sustains what doing initiates. Don't scroll. Love deepens in this season too. The soulmate level connection that aligns with this miracle does not pull you into overthinking or emotional labor. It meets you in steadiness. It values your presence more than your performance. Listen to this. You no longer feel compelled to prove your worth or rush intimacy. Mutuality becomes magnetic. And that magnetism isn't loud, it's unmistakable. Your heart needs this right now because you once equated intensity with destiny, and this season teaches you that destiny feels safe. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael also showed you something important about purpose. Purpose doesn't always arrive as a dramatic calling, sometimes it arrives as coherence. Your actions match your values. Your energy matches your intentions. Your days feel less fragmented. That coherence amplifies everything you touch. Listen to this. You don't need to announce your purpose to live it. You embody it through presence, honesty, and grounded compassion. Don't scroll. There may still be moments where old scarcity thoughts try to resurface, worries about, what if, fears about, losing it, doubts about, deserving it. When they appear, don't fight them. Acknowledge them and return to your breath. Gratitude steadies the nervous system. Presence anchors expansion. Your heart needs this right now because safety is the soil miracles grow in. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says the miracle check is layered, clarity first, then opportunity. Support first, then success, alignment first, then overflow. Layers are not delays, they are design. Listen to this. A foundation built patiently holds weight without cracking. Don't scroll. Watch how life mirrors this back to you, conversations that feel honest, opportunities that don't require compromise, resources that meet needs without strain. These are confirmations. Receive them fully. Celebration doesn't tempt fate, it tells your body it's safe to have more. Your heart needs this right now because receiving without guilt is a learned skill, and you're learning it. Don't scroll. You are not jinxing anything by trusting. You are cooperating with alignment. Soon, you'll notice that the miracle doesn't feel separate from your everyday life, it feels integrated. That's how you'll know it's real. Stay present. What comes next shows you how to keep your hands open and your heart grounded as the miracle continues to expand. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here at part 6, this message is meant for you, and your heart needs this right now. This is the point where Archangel Michael wanted everything to come together gently, because the miracle he showed you is no longer something you're imagining, it's something you're learning how to live inside of. Listen to this. You've reached a threshold where your inner world is finally stable enough to support expansion without collapse, and that stability is the real treasure being activated right now. Don't scroll. For a long time, you prepared for impact instead of reception, telling yourself to stay ready for disappointment, to keep expectations low, to brace for the moment when something good might disappear. Your heart needs this right now because that pattern kept you safe once, but it also kept you closed. Listen to this. Archangel Michael says the miracle check becomes real in your life when you stop treating abundance like a visitor and start welcoming it like a resident. This isn't about a sudden flash of wealth or a single dramatic moment, it's about continuity, flow, and sustainability showing up where chaos used to live. Don't scroll. You may notice that your nervous system is responding differently now. You don't rush to fix things, you don't panic when timelines stretch, you don't over-explain yourself to be understood. That's not indifference, that's security forming. Your heart needs this right now because security is what allows miracles to remain instead of retreat. Listen to this. Archangel Michael saw that the future you are stepping into requires discernment more than effort, presence more than performance, trust more than control. Control once kept you afloat when life felt unpredictable, but now it constricts what's trying to flow to you. Don't scroll. Let go a little more. You are not losing power, you are gaining capacity. Listen to this. The signs that once felt urgent now feel reassuring because your intuition has matured. Angel numbers still appear, but they arrive like quiet confirmations rather than alarms. 1111 feels like alignment already humming. 222 feels like balance holding steady. 44 feels like protection that doesn't require vigilance. These signs are not pushing you forward, they are walking beside you. Your heart needs this right now because companionship replaces pressure when alignment settles in. Don't scroll. This miracle also integrates deeply with love and soul alignment. The soulmate-level connection woven into this season doesn't demand proof, intensity, or sacrifice. It meets you where you are, honors your pace, and grows with consistency. Listen to this. Love aligned with abundance doesn't drain you, it stabilizes you. It doesn't distract you from your purpose, it supports it. Your heart needs this right now because you once believed love and stability couldn't coexist. Don't scroll. That belief dissolves here. Archangel Michael also wants you to understand that purpose expands quietly in this season. You don't need a spotlight to be impactful. Your clarity shifts conversations. Your presence calms rooms. Your boundaries model self-respect for others without saying a word. That influence multiplies without effort. Listen to this. You are not meant to burn out to prove you matter. You are meant to endure because you are aligned. Don't scroll. There may be moments when old scarcity thoughts try to sneak back in, worries about losing momentum, fears about, what if it stops, doubts about, deserving it. When they arise, don't wrestle them. Notice them, breathe, and return to gratitude. Gratitude doesn't force miracles, it stabilizes them. Your heart needs this right now because stability is what keeps overflow flowing. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael says the miracle check is not a finish line, it's a foundation. From this foundation, opportunities appear that fit your values. Resources arrive that don't require compromise. Support shows up without begging. These are not coincidences, they are responses to your internal alignment. Listen to this. You are learning how to steward abundance, to protect it with boundaries, to grow it with gratitude, and to share it with discernment. Don't scroll. Stewardship is not restriction, it's respect. Respect for your energy, your time, your peace. And respect multiplies what it touches. Your heart needs this right now because you're stepping into a season where less explanation is required and more understanding is offered freely. Don't scroll. Soon, you'll notice that life feels less like a series of tests and more like a conversation. You listen, you respond, you adjust, and the flow continues. That's how alignment feels when it's embodied. Listen to this. You are no longer waiting for permission to live well. You are giving it to yourself. And that permission unlocks everything else. Don't scroll. This part exists because the miracle doesn't crescendo and end, it integrates and deepens. As you continue to choose presence, trust, and self-respect, the miracle keeps expanding naturally. Stay here with this feeling for a moment. Let it settle. Let it root. Because what's unfolding now is not something you'll have to chase, it's something that will keep meeting you where you are, as long as you stay open, grounded, and true to yourself.